7th Saga is one of those games I wish I could do an LP or until we win, but it's got so much grinding that I simply don't really have the patience for it. So what I'm gonna do with this is more or less do a review for the game and go into why I personally, can't really find myself a way to finish this game. 7th Saga was a game developed by Produce and polished by Enix. Who is Produce, you may ask? Well, they developed both Super Bomberman games and Brain Lord for the SNES. Along with Dual Heroes for the N64, Produce has had a mixed history in the industry. It's very much the equivalent of a mediocre wrestler who doesn't do much in North America, but has a cult following in Japan. Kind of like Tajiri. They had a bunch more games before Super Bomberman and after Dual Heroes, but it's all really Japan only. The game falters is its gameplay. The game has so much grinding that makes the early Dragon Warrior games look like Earthbound. Bear in mind, this is way before any MMO such as Asheron's Call, Ultima Online, or EverQuest. And its grind factor is stupidly high. You have to fight so many enemies that you will, like me, put the controller down and say fuck it before you ever finish it. Well, that's in general for most people. Not to mention, to get the most out of your strikes, you have to use defend before attacking. Now you may think, okay, I'll just use a magic user then and not have to burn turns using the defend ability. The problem is that your magic pool is so small and spells cost so much that you'll constantly run out. To top it all off, you can miss with them. Not because they're immune, it's because your dumbass missed them. So that 10 MP you spent on a fireball feels more like 20. Also, all the level up boosts have been reduced from the Japanese version. This wouldn't be so bad if they reduced the opposing character stats that you run into that want to fight you, but they really didn't. This only serves to add artificial difficulty to an already hard enough game. At least if you have a rune and you get killed by one of the guys who are after them, you lose it to him, and you only really have to be his ass to get it back. It's better than having to start the whole game over again. Not everything is bad in the 7th Saga. The graphics are, for the most part, pretty decent. Sure, the outdoors and dungeons use a total of 5 colors at most, but the towns and battles have a decent amount of detail. Monsters and characters have a pseudo Mode 7 kind of 3D look to them, and add more detail than an average RPG. Towns have lots of people to talk to, with hints and backstory on the whole place. The problem is that the game really doesn't give you truly a whole lot of plot to really delve yourself into. The sound design is fairly well done for the most part. The sound that comes out every time you get into a fight annoys the crap out of me. It's so flat, it takes away how good some of the music is. It's like it's intentionally trying to keep players from playing it. The music itself is pretty good. It's very appropriate what's going on at the time, and the boss battle theme is pretty badass. With all that said, overall 7th Saga sucks. There was so much potential here, and it pissed it away because of the gameplay. There could have been a great game here. I like the concepts of competing with other characters as a plot, being able to team up with them, but because of how very minimal the plot is, little reason to care about any of these characters at all, and the stupid amount of grinding to finish it keep it from being worth your time. Overall, I would give it 4.5 out of 10. If you're into these heavy grinding kind of games from the Super Nintendo and before era, this is very much up your alley. For everybody else, I would, skip this little bad boy. Not to mention, it's pretty dang expensive from what I hear.